Good morning, my name's Miss Gardner and I'm one of the teachers that teaches mathematical studies. There's usually more than just me, and this year it's going to be me and Mrs Kite Williams. So what is Core Maths? Core Maths was brought in a few years ago to act as a bit of a bridge between GCSE and A-level. So it's for students who have got a grade 4 or above at GCSE Maths, who would like to carry on doing some maths but don't want to cope with the rigour that A-level would bring them. Or for those students who are doing various subjects where there is a mathematical content and Core Maths can help support that. It also gives students a really good working knowledge of the tangible maths that exists in real life. For example, how much a loan is going to cost you, how much a student loan is going to cost you, how much will it cost you to go to university. And we look at comparisons between various courses, different universities, and when you get to the workplace, be able to make sure that your paycheck is correct, that the statement you get with your pay every month is correct. So lots of real life maths there. We also deal with it in a way that's quite abstract, in that some of the maths that you will learn or you will use is applied to sort of theoretical situations. So for example, one of the recent exam questions came up was asking you to work out how much it would cost to resurface part of a motorway, and you're given limited information to do that. So it's bringing in your math skills and some common sense and reasoning skills, and a big part of this course is being able to justify your reasoning, justify any assumptions that you make, and as long as you're able to do that and you haven't been too off the wall, then you're going to get marks for it. It's a really lovely course in that respect. So, main content, like I said before, we'll look at a lot of financial maths, so interest rates, both for savings and for borrowing. We'll look at national insurance and tax deductions from your salary, boo, and how much student loans would cost you. There are statistics in the main part of the course. There are two papers that you take in the summer. The first part is common for everybody and includes statistics and some estimation work. Then we have a choice of papers for the second paper. Now the first of those papers is very heavy statistically and actually deals with some quite high level statistics, and we run that the first year, found it very difficult. So we went on to the second paper, the second choice, which was more to do with logistics. So it's looking at how we can set up a project so that it is run efficiently and finishes on time, and the ramifications of any part of that project running late. It's that sort of thinking. So it's really good for business. The third choice that we do have is graphing. So we tend to look to see what courses students are taking and try and choose the best paper for them. Usually there's an overall, but if we've got enough students on the course, then we can have different groups running. The spreadsheets, very useful, being able to set up a spreadsheet so that you can use that in real life to keep a tally of your budget, things like that. And critical analysis, really important to be able to analyse critically anything that you read. This slide just shows you a few of the problems or the style of problems that Core Maths will give you. So you can see it's not your normal calculate something and it's right or wrong. How much domestic water does the UK require every year? As long as you have made a good estimate as to maybe how much one family would use or one person would use, estimated how many families there are in the UK, and made sure you've done the correct maths to make sure you've calculated the amount of water needed for a year rather than just a day or a week, whatever you've based your estimation on, then there are marks to be gained for all of those things. And they just check that your method's correct, and again that you've made the right assumption. So that it's quite different to GCSE, but the level of difficulty of maths is not much harder than GCSE at all. So this is why if you've got a grade 4 or above, you're going to be well suited to this course. Now this slide just gives you a brief summary on some of the courses that Core Maths supports. To my mind, Core Maths is a really lovely course to take, and it's one of the best ways of getting to know the day-to-day maths that you come across, not just the thinking behind all your problem solving, which is what you learn with your algebra and things like that, but the real tangible maths that you are going to use, financially, etc., in real life. It also is really, really good for developing your reasoning and discussion skills. So if you're studying history and want to go into law, actually it's a really good course for learning how to develop your arguments. So it's a very exciting course. We really enjoy teaching it, and I hope you'll choose it. Now, just to finish off, these are a couple of links to a couple of TED Talks that you may well find that we play in one of your lessons. We use TED Talks and other videos to try and inspire the discussion, and these just talk about some of the thinking behind core maths. So the top one, why can't we see evidence of aliens, is linked to something called Fermi estimation, which is one of the areas that we'll cover. And the next one just talks about the mathematics behind dating sites. So have a look. Again, it's just looking at maths in a slightly different way, but that's what core maths aims to do. See you soon.